Hello guys, my name is Pomen and again it's Monday and it's time for our weekly forecast. So we are gonna take a look what news are coming this week and where to be prepared not to trade. And our technical analysis, we are gonna take a look at the currency pairs and the gold as well. So let's begin. Today, as usual, we are starting with the news. We are looking them in the economic calendar of investing. And today, as you can see, there is a holiday for the United Kingdom. It is a bank holiday. So the currency pairs with the pound, they are not moving pretty much. On Tuesday, we have news for the US dollar, the CB consumer confidence, this strong news that probably will make some movement with the currency pairs with the US dollar. Also, we have the job openings for July. And as you can see, there the forecast is that the openings will be more than the previous. So probably a good news for the US dollar. On Wednesday, we have the German CPI, which is also a strong news, may bring some movements. And later that day, we have the non-farm employment change, the gross domestic product, the pending home sales, and the crude oil inventories for the US dollar. As you can see, these four news combined together probably will make a huge impact on the currency pairs with the US dollar. On Thursday, we have a very important news, the consumer price index for the euro. As you can see, the forecast is that mm, the value will be decreased from 5.3% to 5.1%. And if you have any trades with the euro, you must protect them before the news. So this is for the euro. And also we have important news for the US dollar, the PCE price index, the on a yearly base, on monthly base, and also the initial jobless claims. And on Friday, as you can see, also a lot of news for the US dollar, the non-farm payrolls. This is very important news. Very strong movements happens when these news come up. Also, we have the unemployment rate and the manufacturing PMI. This is for the inflation rate. This is part of the inflation rate. So you have to be careful on Friday with the currency pairs with the US dollar. Okay, now let's move to the charts and let's see our technical analysis, what we expect for the upcoming week. Okay, we are starting with the news from the last week, the pictures from the last week. This is euro to US dollar. As you can see, we were expecting that after this impulse wave, probably the price will make some retracement to the daily trend line again, or it will continue to mm, go down for to the price will continue to go down after this flag strategy right there. And as you can see, the price went down to the weekly trend line. There is. And now, what is the analysis for the upcoming week? On the higher time frames, on the weekly one, you can see the very strong impulse wave and now the retracement. And this is now a consecutive point on the weekly trend line. If this week this candle closes like an engulfing candle, or next week this makes some morning star pattern, probably we can see a very strong up movement. On the daily time frame, the things are a little bit different. Probably we may see some retracement to the trend line again, some consecutive point right here, and another down movement. But to happen this, we have to see some confirmation here with the candlesticks. And if the price makes higher highs from this one and this one, probably we can see a very strong new up movement, some retracement, and the price to continue to go up. But we have to wait, we have to see what the price is making. And if we take in consideration the correlation with pound to US dollar, you can see that pound to US dollar is making a very strong pattern to reverse its trend. It is called head and shoulders. And now we have a breakout on the neckline of the pattern. Now, first let's take a look at the picture from the last week. And last week we said that on the 4-hour time frame, the price is in side movement, a range, and we are not very sure what exactly will make the price. As you can see, this point of interest, there it is, it made a huge impact and the price went down very strongly. Now, if we take a look, as I told you, on the daily time frame, we have a head and shoulders pattern, so the expectations are that the price will make a down movement to the next daily level around this low over here. But first, after this movement on the 4-hour time frame, there is a good chance the price to make a retracement, something like this, to this point of interest or to this supply zone right there, and then to see a down movement. There is nothing to confirm us that the price will go up, but if the price breaks all of this range right there, probably it will reach this point of interest on this high over here. And there is a chance, if the price reach this point of interest, to see some pushback, retest on all these highs over here, and another up movement. But this is not much likely. As you can see, we are in a very strong downtrend, so we are expecting the price to make a retracement and another down movement. Okay, let's move to Euro to Japanese yen. And let's see the picture from the last week. It was on the 4-hour time frame and the price was just here. Okay, last week we were expecting that the price will make a retracement to this supply zone right there, which is exactly this candle right there. And we will see some pushback from the supply zone and strong down movement. Well, as you can see, the price take the liquidity of all these highs over here, and after that it made the down movement as we expected. Okay, what we think for the upcoming week? As you know, we are very high on the charts on pound to yen and euro to yen, there it is. And on the 4-hour time frame, this scenario is possible to happen. You can see that this is a very strong down movement, which is an impulse wave. It broke this low. So this is the new impulse wave. And now we can see we have two corrective moves right there. There is a chance that we can see a candlestick formation here and to see a down movement right from here. But it's much possible that the price will come back to this high over here. We have a very strong point of interest and then to see a very strong down movement to the trend line. And if the price breaks the trend line, probably some retracement will happen and another down movement. This is what we think is gonna happen for the euro to Japanese yen. Let's move to pound to Japanese yen. And the situation here is pretty much the same. First, let's take a look at the picture. It was on the daily time frame. Okay, this is the picture and the price was at this candle right there. We said that here we have two options. The first one was to see a strategy of trading breakouts. If the price from here start to go up and breaks this high over here, we are going to have a strategy of trading breakouts and we will see an up movement to the next 2015 high. The second option was that the price after this strong impulse wave, it started to make a retracement and there was a possibility the price to reach some of the levels of Fibonacci and the trend line and then to see another up movement. Well, as you can see, the price started to go down and now it's reaching level 50 on the Fibonacci retracement. So, what are the possibilities here? On the daily time frame, we can see that we don't have a confirmation from candle, but right now we have a divergence. This is the stochastic indicator. So there is a chance on the daily time frame to see some up movement to this high right there. And if the price breaks this high, probably we can see a very strong movement to the next 2015 high. But on the 4-hour time frame, here the situation is that we have a new impulse wave downwards. Now the price is making something like a descending triangle, something like this. And there is a possibility that the price will make another pushback from this downtrend line right there, and then to see a strong down movement. The second option is pretty much as the euro to Japanese yen, to see some retracement to the point of interest, this zone right there, to fill the imbalance right there, and from here to see a very strong down movement. This is the possibility on the 4-hour time frame, so we have to wait. And this is our analysis for pound to Japanese yen. Let's move on to euro Australian dollar. And let's take a look. Yeah. Okay. Last week we had here one triangle, which was very high on the daily level at 1.72. This is a symmetrical triangle, so there were two options right there. If the price breaks this high, if the price breaks the upper trend line, we can see another strong up movement to the week level. But if the price were to break the lower trend line, there was a possibility that it will make a down movement to break this trend line, some retest, and now another down movement. Well, here is what happened. You can see the price broke the triangle on the downside, and this is now a very strong down movement, a new impulse wave. As you can see, now the price is making something like a flag strategy. And if the price breaks the lower trend line, probably we can see strong movement like this. The second option is, if the price hits some of the levels of Fibonacci, we will not gonna have a flag, but we can use the Fibonacci retracement, and our strategy will help us to enter very early on the price. And there is a chance also that we may see a strong retracement to the supply zone right there to fill the imbalance here, and from here to see the strong down movement as we expected, because also euro to Australian dollar is pretty high on the charts. But we have to wait. If the price reach the supply zone, probably we are gonna see a very strong movement downwards. On the higher time frame, also there is a chance, as you can see, the strong impulse wave, the retracement. There is an option that the price probably will make something like this, something like a double top strategy, and this will happen if the price reaches the zone on the 4-hour time frame and starts to go down. So this is the analysis for the euro to Australian dollar, and let's move to pound to Australian dollar. Again, the picture was at the 4-hour time frame. Let's see, there it is. Again, here we had a very good triangle, and there were two options here. The first one was if the price breaks the triangle on the upper side to see a strong up movement. The second one was that after this strong impulse wave, probably the price will break the triangle on the downside, and we will see some pushback from a trend line or a Fibonacci some of the levels of Fibonacci, and then to see another up movement. Well, now you can see that the price broke the triangle on the downside, and now this is a very strong retracement. Now, what are the analysis here? First, let's take a look on the daily time frame. This is from the last week. We were expecting the price to make a strong retracement, to retest probably this high, and then to see a new up movement. As you can see, the price is doing exactly the same. And on the 4-hour time frame, it is not much clear. It's not very clear. You can see the price is making a side movement, but it also is making a lower lows. And here we have a higher high. So this is not very clear what exactly is going to happen on the 4-hour time frame. So we are going to look in it on the daily time frame. Now we are expecting the price to make a down movement to hit some of the levels of Fibonacci and another strong impulse wave. This is for pound to Australian dollar. Let's move to euro to New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look at the picture from the last week. It was on the daily time frame. Okay. From 2 weeks, we are expecting the price to make some retracement after this strong impulse wave. You can see this is the arrow from the last week. And now the price, as you can see, started to make the retracement. But as you can see, this one retracement, the price is starting to go up again. And now what are the options here? As you can see, we are on a weekly level, so there is a chance the price to make some double top pattern, something like this. The second option is this not to be a double top pattern, but to see a strategy of trading breakouts. And if this happens, probably the price will go very strong up. As you can see, I don't have any level right there, but I have to take a look on the back. We are going to see if the price breaks the high right there, probably it will continue to go up. On the 4-hour time frame, the situation is different. Here we have a very strong side movement, and as you can see, the price already took all the liquidity at these highs over here. Now it has made a break of structure. As you can see, this low, this low, this one, and this one. So here we see a possibility that will give us a chance for a very good short position if the price reach this point of interest. Here we have a point of control and a supply zone, so there is a good chance if the price reach this zone right there at price 1.8397, something like this, to see a pushback and a very strong down movement that will reverse the trend, and probably this will be a double top pattern on the higher time frame on the daily one as I shown you. So we have to wait. Okay, let's move to pound to New Zealand dollar, and let's take a look on the picture from the last week. It was on the 4-hour time frame. Here we saw that there is a good chance that a triangle pattern, ascending triangle pattern, will happen, and we were expecting the price to continue to go up. But it made the exactly the same like the previous three currency pairs. It just took the liquidity right there and made a break of structures. Now, what we see for the upcoming week, let's take a look first on the daily time frame. There is the exactly the same options like euro to New Zealand dollar. If the price breaks this high over here, we may see a strategy of trading breakout and the price will continue to go up. Something like this. The second option is that we may see here a double top pattern, and this will match on the 4-hour time frame with this point of interest, which is exactly on the high right there. So there is a chance the price to make an up movement, to hit the point of interest, and then to see another strong down movement. The second option on the 4-hour time frame is to see a triangle pattern right there. We already have the needed pushbacks from the triangle, so we may see two movements right there. If the price breaks on the upper side on the triangle, we may see some up movement, something like this. But if the price breaks on the downside of the triangle, probably another strong down movement will happen. But if we take the correlation between pound to New Zealand dollar and euro to New Zealand dollar, here the scenario is that the price will break the upper side on the triangle, will reach some of the zones, the point of interest or the supply zone before the point of interest, and then we can see some strong down movement. Okay, this is our analysis for pound to New Zealand dollar, and let's take a look at the gold. And let's see what we expected last week. It was on the 1-hour time frame. Let's take a look. Yeah, the price was just here. Okay. We said we were expecting two options right there. The first one was that the price will continue to go down because this was a very strong downtrend. There you can see it. The second option was that the price will break all of these highs, some retracement will happen, and then see another strong movement. As you can see, break break all of these highs right there. It made a very strong retracement and another strong up movement from here. Okay, what we expect from the gold for the coming week. Now there is a chance that the price will make a consecutive point on this 4-hour trend line. It already hit the Fibonacci level. So we think that something like this may happen. The price will make one more retracement, hit the levels of Fibonacci again and the trend line, and another up movement to happen. This on the 4-hour time frame. If we take a look on the 1-hour time frame, here we had the news for the US dollar. So as you can see, after this strong impulse wave, the price made some triangle here, and we are expecting on the 1-hour time frame pretty much the same, the price to make a retracement, probably to this low right there to hit the trend line and to see another strong up movement. Okay guys, this was for this week's analysis. If you like this video, share this video with your friend. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. See ya. Bye bye.